Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building a base game family home for The Sims 4. So I was thinking recently, I haven't hurt myself recently, which, sounds good, but I hurt myself 24/7. I am very clumsy. I hurt myself all the time. But this year, I have not had any major injuries. So I'm going to explain my injuries in the past and then talk about why I haven't done that. So far, I hurt myself the most in middle school. Not sure why, but I fractured my tailbone 3 times. I fractured my sesamoid bone, which is at the bottom of your big toe, if you were ever wondering. So I fractured 4 things, and then I sprained my ankle my ankles plural, a total of 18 times. And then my fingers I have injured in some way, all of them. So that's fun. So I'm gonna go into more depth about my fracturing stories. So the first time I ever fractured my tailbone, it was on my birthday in 6th grade. On my birthday, I think it was my 11th birthday probably. So that was really fun. It was literally hours after my friends had gone home for the party aspect of birthday party, and I had gotten a blanket for my birthday because I didn't have any actual blankets on my bed. I had one and then sheets, so my parents got me a blanket, and I was coming down the stairs with it, and I think it fell slightly, and then it got under my foot, and I did one of those cartoon style fall backwards and hit your entire backside of your body on the stairs and then slid downwards. So then I fractured my tailbone. It took a very long time because I couldn't walk, so I kind of just laid down at the bottom of the staircase. My parents were there and they helped me with that, but I sat on the couch for a while because my parents were what do I do? Because I hadn't injured myself that badly at that point in my life. That was the first of many injuries. So they didn't know what to do. But later on, I went to the doctors and they're okay, we need to take you and get some x-rays. And then they figured out that I had fractured my tailbone, but not only that, but that I had chipped off the last ½ centimeter of my tailbone, which sounds absolutely disgusting. It probably is. So do tailbones grow back? I don't know. I may or may not be still missing a tailbone. I don't know if they would grow back if you're missing part of the bone. I guess that's how when you break your arm. So I guess I probably have my entire tailbone. I'll look that up later. But it was very painful, and I had to stand 24/7 because I couldn't sit because my tailbone's obviously at the end of my spine. So you couldn't sit. And so I had to stand in all my classes, and at lunch people would be why are you standing? And then I'd have to be I fractured my tailbone, and then they'd give me a scowl. I'm what are you looking at me for? I can't sit. Would you like to go talk to the nurse about it? Because it's really fun. And then the second time, I think was probably that summer or the next summer, probably I think summer after 7th grade probably. I was playing outside, and I also did one of those stupid cartoon fall backwards things. I'm not exactly sure what I tripped over this time. I don't think I tripped over anything. I think I just fell backwards, and that was the second time. And then the third time, I was walking home with my friend, and I just I kicked my leg forward, because I can get it very far up, and I think it's hilarious. So I just kind of kick it up to my face, and my friend grabbed my foot, and I fell backwards onto concrete. That was not fun at all because that was concrete stairs are one thing, but the second time I had done it on grass, so it wasn't as bad, but I had done it on concrete, so I kind of just laid on the concrete and cried. I think I scared my friend. She's fine now, but I think I scared her half to death because obviously I was sitting on the floor crying, but I don't full on cry. I just kind of sit there in pain. I don't know why. But sorry, friend. Friend is watching this. Thank you, friend. So, and then when I fractured my sesamoid bone, which is my foot. I usually just say I fractured my foot because no one knows what a sesamoid bone is. But I didn't, for the longest time, I didn't know how I fractured my foot. because it was the middle of a restaurant, like parking lot. It started hurting, and then it got continuously worse over that week. But now we're thinking that it has to do with something with the jumps in cheerleading that you do. They had changed it so that in competitive cheerleading you did a jump and then landed with your legs straight. That is not what you're supposed to do. That is the opposite of what everybody recommends when you jump. So we had to stand straight after we jumped. And so I think that I did something there, because I wasn't the only one who injured their body in that change of events. One girl broke her entire leg, so at least I'm not that one sorry person who broke their leg. But I think that's probably what caused that injury, but I'm not sure. But that's what I'm blaming for it, is jumping. So that's fun. But I was that one. Because, for a tailbone, you can't do anything. It's your tailbone. What are you... I didn't get, a full body cast. They just kind of told me to not sit and, ice it. But, for a fracture, or, foot, they put me in a boot for 8 weeks. That was really fun because it was over the summertime. It was not fun because, obviously, you want to go places and, do things. But, I couldn't do any of that. And then I was, out of cheer because, obviously, I couldn't move my foot. So I was just in a I was doing because they tell you to do sit-ups and push-ups and stuff. No one does that, but I'm too scared to not do it, so I did 200 sit-ups and 80 push-ups. Well, no, 120 push-ups, not in a row, but throughout the practice. So that was fun, and people were like, oh my god, you're actually doing it? No, yeah, because I'm too scared not to do it, because I don't want them to be like, you need to do your sit-ups today. So I just did sit-ups for an hour or 2 hours, depending on how long the practice was, for 8 weeks. And then I was on each end of the 8 weeks. I was out for 2 weeks because they wanted me to be careful afterwards. And then before that, they were like, I don't know what to do with you, so just don't do cheer. So I just sat for 12 weeks doing sit-ups and push-ups in cheer while my other friends and teammates were learning their routine. And that was not fun at all. I didn't like it at all. I was very upset. But also, it was during the summer, so it was the end of school. It was 4 days before school ended. So I was I can't go down the stairs because that involves touching my foot. So I had to go down the ramp. But half the teachers didn't believe me. There was something wrong with this middle school because they didn't believe anybody. I don't know if that's just because people fake injuries all the time, but I definitely don't fake injuries. I'm just very clumsy. So they were like, you can't use the ramp. And then I'd be like, yeah, I can't bend my toes, so I kind of have to. So I had a friend walk with me and tell the teachers because I was too anxious to tell them every 45 minutes that I needed to go down the ramp because I couldn't bend my foot. So that was fun, but I only had to do that for 4 days. I don't think anybody believes me when I say I fractured my foot like that at my school, because I did it during the summertime. So obviously you were faking it for those 4 days of school so you could look cool, but I'm not cool. I get that. I don't need to be cool because of my injuries. Because people would fake breaking their foot. Why would you want that? Why would you want to walk around with a boot? Because these people were obviously faking it. They would wear a boot for a week and then be like, okay, I'm better now. But I was out for 12 weeks and it sucked so much. But that's my story of injuring myself. Most of the other times I injure myself, it's just oh no, I did a back tuck and I landed on my finger, which happened a month ago. But that's not a major injury. That's a very minor injury because it hurts for an hour and then it's okay, I'm better now, which is how most of my injuries go. I'm not sure if that's a good thing because I hurt my ankle or my finger sometimes doing cheer related stuff, and then it hurts for an hour, 2 hours, and then I'm fine again. So I'm did I actually hurt it, or was I being a wuss, or what am I doing? So it's very weird because I'll it hurts a lot. So I'll limp slightly when I hurt my ankle, and then I'll be fine afterwards, and then I get weird looks because I'm not hurting anymore. So that's fun because people faking injuries is just not fun. Why would you fake having a more difficult time than you already do? That's not cool. So that's my story of injuries. But I was talking, I originally got on this because I hadn't injured myself recently. Majorly. I hadn't injured myself, which I think is a good thing. You know, probably the only thing good that came out of 2020. But that's what I did this year, is not injure myself. So I guess that's a plus. So, okay, so it's almost screenshots time. So I post a new video every day of the week, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye.